I don't cook.
Okay, Lamborghini Mercy. Yo, chick, she so thirsty.
Thank you so much for staying tuned with us and for coming back. We are actually picking up from our conversation on this month of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I am here once again with my special guest, Toya Woods, and we are actually addressing what we can do to be more conscious about breast cancer. What can we do as women to actually be self-sufficient and do a diligent duty to take care of our health? So, Toya was mentioning earlier some of the indications, some of the studies that they actually have shown that radiation is one of the things, along with the DNA, if it runs in your family, all these things affect when it comes to breast cancer, the possibility of being diagnosed with it. Okay. But one of the biggest things that you have to actually consider as well is the food that we eat. I cannot tell you how much information I have learned since 2014. When it comes to the food that you're eating, the things that you're eating, how does that affect your body? And how can that be a cause as well for breast cancer? So this topic of conversation is informative, but it's also about sharing a journey that is not an easy journey. So it brings me to a tough question. Once you did the rounds of chemo treatment, what made the decision, which is the biggest fear that a lot of women had with? I know when the doctor came in, I'm going to be honest. I shouldn't be this honest, but I'm going to be honest. The doctor said, hey, listen, we're going to do 40 rounds of radiation. So I pretty much was Monday to Friday, every day, 40 weeks of that, non-stop. And then it says, that's one option, along with we're going to go in there and have surgery. And we're going to cut and take it out. We're going to take out the mass. Now, unfortunately, I had to go out there twice. The first time they did it, they did not grab from the lymph nodes. So there was still tissues of the cancer cells in there. So I had to go back a second time under to have that ready. After that, we had the treatment. But when he was giving me my options, I was like, I don't know, the possibility of it coming back, what is it? You're asking all these questions now. Like, what is the possibility of it coming back? Can it come back? And he said, no, it cannot come back as long as you're doing this and this and this. Now, if we determine that it's something that runs in your genes, the possibilities are higher. So automatically I'm going to, you know what, we ain't going through this again. I said, hey, Yusuf, can you cut it off? He says, cut what off? I said, chop it off. Cut it off. Just cut it off. And he looked at me and he says, and I will never forget this, why do you want to fix a small problem with a big solution? And I looked at him and I said to myself, you're the one with the situation.
Exactly.
But he had a point, meaning when you're speaking about, and he's placing an analogy. I want to place a small picture on the wall. Why am I going to get a big nail to put it? He's saying I didn't have to cut it off. He said, but the option is yours. What did you decide to do?
I didn't have a choice. I did not have a choice because it wasn't a small situation. No, it wasn't in the lymph nodes or anything like that, but it wasn't small, and my choice was to cut it off. But the choice I made after that, take both of them. I don't want either one because I was told it will come back. And the reason why I was told definitely that it would come back is because I tested positive for the BRCA test.
Wow.
I tested positive for the BRCA2 test, which is something that my primary care doctor, she cried when she called me. I didn't go in for her to do this. She called me on the phone. She said, you have this, and I'm going to do the best that, you're going to get the best of doctors.
Yeah.
We're going to do it all. We're going to be proactive. We're going to do the BRCA test to make sure. So when I got my results that it was actually cancer, I also got the results that I tested positive for the BRCA2 test.
So for those who may not know what the BRCA2 test is, what is the BRCA2?
So the BRCA2 test is the genetics test that you were talking about. Taking the BRCA2 test is so very important if cancer has run anywhere in your family. Because that BRCA2 test will tell you if you have it in your genes, and if you do, what it may come back as. Like, I was informed that mine could either come back as breast cancer again, pancreatic cancer. She said I could also get colon cancer. So with all of these things going on, who wants to even be faced with this again, right? So I just told them, take both. Take both. I didn't want a reconstruction. I didn't want to do this and this. Take them and let me be.
So your thought process at that point was, okay, let's do a process of elimination. The possibility percentage of it coming back as breast cancer, we're going to eliminate it.
Right.
We're not going to deal with it. And I talk a lot about faith on my page, because for me, during that time, my faith is really what anchored me. It's really what upheld me and kept me like, wow, I need to really just keep pushing. What exactly inspired you? What helped you go through the treatment every day? The sickness, the feelings after the treatment, the mindset. What did you do, or what were the tools you used to push?
My husband. Like I said, I had just got married, and to get this information, I'm thinking I'm about to die. I just got married. He didn't sign up for this, and he was just like, "Don't worry about that. We gonna make it through this. You ain't going nowhere." And I was like, "You ain't no doctor." That's what I was, I was telling him, "You are not the doctor." He's like, "We ain't going nowhere. You ain't going nowhere. I'm married. We're gonna work over together." So, but what got me in my faith, because I have to be totally honest, that my faith wasn't there then. I didn't have faith then. I didn't have faith a year afterwards. I didn't have faith 2 years afterwards. I didn't have faith 3 years in, even 4 years after.
Well, take time.
I got the faith 3 years ago because I was drowning in depression. And I asked God to save me. And He saved me. He gave me something to save me. Because outside of that, I wasn't free and did talk to people. Then, to me, God started talking to me like, "Listen, if you want to live, I need you to go out there in the world and meet some people. You can't live and be a hermit."
Right.
I need to look around.
Right.
And that's what I did. I opened up and I started meeting people and talking to people. And then I got the faith from these.
What are those?
That is a butterfly.
A butterfly. Oh, this is cute.
Butterfly.
So you saw a butterfly?
I saw a butterfly. I was sitting outside, going through my depression, and I was crying, and a butterfly landed on the side of me.
Interesting.
I didn't think about it then. But why wouldn't you be inspired by a butterfly? They beautiful. They free.
Yes.
Don't have a care in the world. Don't know whether they're going to live or die, but they don't have a care in the world.
True. A butterfly. A butterfly. So God basically used any nature being to remind you that they live life careless, and yet still, despite of the wind blowing, the weather conditions, in fact, they still stay afloat with it. And so were you. That's a beautiful way of bringing that to the T of how we just need something to inspire you to keep pushing. So what I will say is this much. If you're going through right now cancer treatment, take deep breaths, take deep breaths, and take deep breaths, and find something to anchor you, to keep you strong, something that will keep you pushing where you don't give up. Because this fight never stops until you decide for it to stop. It's a mindset. It's a mindset. Hey, we're not done. We got much more to go. I have to close this thing out. But stay tuned. And we're going to keep talking to Toya, or cancer survivor guest. Thanks. All right, so let's go in a little bit more into surviving. When we're talking about survival mode, we're not only thinking about the mindset, we're not only thinking about the treatment, we're not only thinking about changing our eating habit. A lot changes after you get that close. But let's talk about the positive things. How is your life now after the storm?
And it was a storm, true. But my life now is so much better.
Okay.
I'm actually doing what I want to do now, right? I'm doing the things that I'd always wanted to do.
What are you doing?
I'm talking to people, I'm laughing, I'm going places.
That's good.
I'm not staying locked up in the house,
Sure.
like I was, and my support system is there,
Support system. That's the biggest thing, is having a strong support system that can help you, whether it be friends, whether it be family, significant other. You have to find something that inspires you, that pushes you to want to keep going forward. Because I want to bring something to light. You showed me this butterfly earlier. One of the things that I can actually mention is you are an entrepreneur.
I am.
What exactly is your business?
Well, I sell jewelry, paparazzi jewelry,
Okay.
which is what another part of what saved me, what God gave me to save me 3 years ago. And He blessed me with that because I needed to learn how to talk to people.
I did.
And be friendly.
Great.
So I sell jewelry, paparazzi jewelry.
Great. So that's pretty much part of what inspires you. It keeps you going.
It does.
It keeps you occupied.
Keeps me.
It keeps your mind focused.
Yeah.
Keeps your mind focused on positive. So here is what I will say. For me, the journey itself was a little bit challenging. But fast forward, we in 2024, 10 years later. Cancer survivor, I'm still striving. Challenges around the road, but what inspired me the most to keep going forward is being reminded that it could have been worse. I could have not been here, but I'm here to tell the story. And I like to tell people that my purpose has not yet been fulfilled. So the best is yet still to come. And the best piece that I like reminding myself is I got so much to live for. So I keep pushing.
Yeah.
So to you, cancer survivor, to you who is battling right now, we call you cancer survivor not only because you survive, because every day you make the choice to get up, face life, and keep pushing, no matter what the challenges are. Every day you get up and you take care of your family, you are a wife, you are a husband, because for those of you who may not know, breast cancer don't only affect the women, it affects male as well. So I want to remind you of a simple task. Look in the mirror, take a deep breath, and tell yourself, today is going to be a better day. Speak affirmations to your life and surround yourself with a strong support system that is there to hold you up and encourage you in the darkest times. And whatever your faith is, hold on to it and let that be your encouragement. I want to thank Victoria for sharing the story. Thank you for being honest and transparent. And for those of you who want to leave a comment or share your story, reach out, comment below on the video. None of this is possible without Cobbett Production. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And most importantly, as I always tell you guys, keep pushing. Don't stop. Life don't stop unless you stop. Stay positive, and you are in control of your destiny. Y'all, stay tuned for next episode, and Peace.